Wave off of the pace truck down in turn 4. Red lights are off. We are ready to go racing. Off turn 4. Down the front stretch they will come. Off turn 4 for the first time. Down they come. Green is out. Steve Brownell going to show the way down here across the stripe into turn 1. Brownell, your leader, to 234 to Bobby Blackburn. Hanging tough down on the inside. Victor Hopkins slides there in spot number 3 for the first time off turn 2.
Bobby Blackburn going to make a run up the inside, taking a look at the lead from Steve Brownell entering turn number 3. Brownell with a fast lane advantage, going to maintain his lead through turn number 4 as Bobby Blackburn continues to work that inside lane.
That's your top 3 as they work their way off turn 4. One car way up that time near the wall. That's the 117 is Scott Govertson back in the pack. Keep an eye back there. Some great racing going back on 10 through 15 spot as your leaders work their way down the backstretch.
Front 8. The top 8 cars have broken away briefly from the pack. Back in 9th spot is the 24 of Robbie Speed. Speed, who opened the 1998 season with back-to-back wins, now starts to close ground. He'll join this group of 8 in front.
Speed now taking a look down to the inside of Don Ely. He'll try and pick up a position. Indeed, he does. A little bit of contact. Ely going to go all the way to the wall here in turn 1. He makes contact with the wall, but brings it back down and only loses a couple spots. Now he'll bring it back up to Speed.
Your leaders work their way down the back straightaway up through the west end. Steve Brownell still on the point. Vic Hopkins has taken over the number 2 spot. Bobby Blackburn rides in 3rd. Ray Hall in 4th. And the L37 Larry Turner completes the top 5.
Then in 6th spot, we find a side-by-side battle between the 7 of Rob Yetman and the 25 of Shane Peel. Next 3 cars in line are those 3-time winners. Danny Sanchez, the first of those 3. Robbie Speed next in line, the 55 of Adam Haas now as they try and freight train Shane Peel.
They run that way off of turn number 4. Steve Brownell leads the pack. Side-to-side race shapes up again for 2nd place. Bobby Blackburn gets the run going up the inside of Vic Hopkins, 243, but they'll stay that way side-to-side to the east end.
Car making the most headway now, the 63 of Danny Sanchez as he cracks the top 5 for the first time. Sanchez with the 63 works under Larry Turner, now going to work on Ray Hall for spot number 4.
Sanchez and Hall will stay side by side up through turn 4, and it's a double wide battle directly ahead of them between Bobby Blackburn and Vic Hopkins. So 2x2 here for positions 2 and 3 and 4 and 5.
Well, Steve Brownell, if he had a mirror right now, he would not want to be looking at it because he's got him stacked 3 wide behind him. Off turn 2 down the backstretch. Blackburn going to be the first to challenge for the lead.
Bobby Blackburn draws down on the inside of Vic Hopkins. Took a quick look at your leader, but now Danny Sanchez makes a deep diving move, and he'll scoot up to the number 2 running spot.
Al Sanchez got to in a little too hot in turn 4 there, had to drift up the banking, but in doing so, the hole opened up for him. He will now move into spot number 2 and set sail for your leader.
Steve Brownell will feel the challenge from Danny Sanchez as Sanchez drives up the inside in the back straightaway. He'll try to take the lead away up in the west end. Brownell trying to hang tough in the fast lane through turn 4. Can't do it, and Danny Sanchez will be your new leader.
Danny Sanchez here with 7 laps shown complete. We got one out of shape on the front stretch. The 117 is Scott Govertson all the way down to the inside Jersey barrier. Govertson comes to rest down on the inside as your leaders make their way to turn 3. Well, the red lights are turned out, so we should be ready to go back to green as they make their way up here through turn 3 and 4. 8 laps are shown complete. Less than halfway, so we get a double file restart. Danny Sanchez hard on the accelerator. He's going to run him down here into turn 1. Got himself a comfortable advantage. Race back there for 2nd will now shape up to be a side-by-side affair. We got a wheel off an automobile here in the front stretch. That is the 119 of Dave Dow. The wheel bounds down here on the inside of the racing surface. Yellow out on the speedway.
So yellow coming out quickly for the 119, losing the wheel, the right rear wheel off the car as the car sits down on the inside of the front straightaway here up against the Jersey.
So we should be ready to go back to green here as they come down off turn 4. Danny Sanchez on that last restart pretty much ran away from the rest of the field. We'll see if he can do it once again as they come down off turn 4. Sanchez hard on the accelerator up on the top side. He's going to once again pull away from the rest of this starting field. Down here into turn 1, Sanchez with a healthy advantage up here to the east end. Steve Brownell holds on to spot number 2. Larry Turner sliding up the bank, leaning on Robbie Speed a little bit. We got contact back to back. They race down into turn 3.
Well, we had 3 wide briefly there in the back straightaway. They'll settle it out down 2 wide. Midway back through the pack here through the west end banking. Quickly scooting out in front is the 63 of Danny Sanchez. The L37 out of shape here in front. That slows up the field behind. Now we've got a crash.
Well, cars going around on the front stretch, and Vic Hopkins. Looks like something going away on the steering there after contact was made. Almost everybody made it by okay. Dean of John Ruthier. And a pair of the new Fonda Speedway regulars. Jimmy Langan back up on the outside. Of course, no stranger here at the Valley. 69 of Brian Peters has now cracked the top 10, and we are ready to go off turn 4. Down the front chute they come. Rounding out your top 10 here on the restart is the 327 of Ray Hall. Once again, Danny Sanchez strong on the restart. He's going to lead them down the front chute through turn 1 and 2 and down the back chute as well.
Danny Sanchez wastes no time in opening up ground over second place man Lauren Bro. Bro, defending champion from a year ago, now rides in the number 2 spot. Steve Brownell heads the rest of the pack. They're back in 3rd.
And just behind Brownell is one of the rookie competitors here on the 1998 season. That is Rob Yetman. Yetman was our high point man in the pure stock division last year. Yetman now going to try and make a move on Brownell down off the back chute.
Rob Yetman got a real good run coming off of turn number 2 as he exited that corner. Gets a good head of steam going down the back straightaway. Now side to side race here for 3rd place. Rob Yetman on the inside of Steve Brownell.
They'll race side by side off turn 4. Yetman down there on the low side trying to make it work. Working his way down here into turn 1. Yetman taking the number 7 on the low side. Brownell trying to hold his line off turn 2. Yetman now will nose in front, takes sole possession of spot number 3.
Hard fought battle there for the number 3 running spot. Yetman now takes possession of it. That'll put Brownell back to the number 4 running position. Now we've got a hard race here for 5th spot between the L37 of Larry Turner and the 315 of John Ruthier. But yellow lights come on the speedway for a car that's spun up in turn 2.
Oh, the 45 of Tony Zullo off turn 2. He is refired and pulled away. Dropped the 6 and went racing up north with the number 20, but he's back to his roots tonight. But we are going back to green. The Reds are out. Down here across the stripe, Lauren Bro now going to apply pressure to Danny Sanchez. Sanchez had been strong on the restarts every time. This time, Lauren Bro trying to hang right with him. About 2 car lengths separate the first 2 positions as they make their way to turn 3.
The front 3 cars run single file fashion. Danny Sanchez, Lauren Bro, and Rob Yetman. And Steve Brownell holds down the number 4 spot, and right behind him, a hot race here. John Ruthier taking that position away from Larry Turner. So that'll put Ruthier up to the top 5.
Well, Ruthier was the winner last Saturday night. He will try and make his way to the front. He's got 7 laps to go. Right now, another car bearing down on the top 5. That is one of the outside invaders, the 69 of Brian Peters.
Flying Brian Peters on the move here with the 69 as he's now up into the top 10 and going after the top 5, holding down number 6 running position here as they come by in front.
Peters trying to put the horsepower down to the racetrack as he is quickly adapting to the racing surface. Certainly a different type of racing surface than what he is used to, working down to the inside, trying to make the move on Ruthier. Currently rides back there in 6th.
So your front 3 remain the same. Danny Sanchez, Lauren Bro, and Rob Yetman. They ride 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. And a bit of a gap here, about 20 car lengths back to the race for 4th spot between Steve Brownell's got that position over John Ruthier and Brian Peters.
And just behind that trio, we find a good battle as Larry Turner continues to try and hold off the efforts of the 55 Adam Haas. Haas getting a little tagged from the backside by Langenbach. The 24 Robbie Speed will get by him, and Langenbach noses by as Haas gathers the car back up.
Leaders work their way off of 4 down here in front, clicking off another lap. Lap number 16 is the books for Danny Sanchez as he leads now with a comfortable lead over second place man Lauren Bro.
One of your front runners drops off the pace. The 56 is Steve Brownell. A brilliant performance by Brownell, going by the wayside now as he drifts towards the rear of the pack.
And as Brownell dropped back, Brian Peters able not only to pass him, but also the 315 of John Ruthier. So flying Brian Peters, Fonda Speedway track champion, now rides 4th.
Your leaders down here through turn 1 and 2. Danny Sanchez, a little bit of breathing room over Lauren Bro. The 2 to go sign will be displayed this time by. 2 laps to go this next time by as your leader Sanchez off turn 4.
Danny Sanchez looking to put another notch in the belt here tonight as he takes the 2-to-go sign now. 18 laps are complete, 2 to go for Danny Sanchez. Lauren Bro, Rob Yetman going to settle it between themselves, it looks like, for second spot as Brian Peters rides all alone back and forth.
Oh, that top four settled out. We got one going up in smoke here on the front stretch. Big time down into turn 1, and it looks like the number 1 of Spencer Hughes.
And his own team member, Tom Delaney, to finish second, and part of the Speeds Garage Racing team here. So we'll see if we can maybe put it in victory lane here tonight. Got a ways to go.
Well, certainly 2 laps face these drivers as we are going back to green down into turn 1. Danny Sanchez taking a low road. He's going to leave the outside open for Lauren Bro. Bro can't do nothing with it right now, but Sanchez going to lead him down the back chute.
Danny Sanchez awfully stout out here tonight. He seems to be able to open up a lead at will, and he leads comfortably now through the west end. This will be white flag time now. One more lap around the high bank for Danny Sanchez.
4 left-hand turns to make it a 4-time winner for Danny Sanchez. Sanchez making his way up here. The race now shaping up for 3rd spot. Peters going to work now on Yetman as they come off turn 2.
Clocking in Brian Peters with a bid on the inside of rookie racer Rob Yetman. Side-to-side race for 3rd place. They'll settle it out uphill for turn number 4 down to the stripe as checkered flag comes down. Now the win goes to Danny Sanchez. Sanchez wins it. Lauren Bro finishes 2nd. Rob Yetman does hang on for 3rd. Flying Brian Peters across the stripe in 4th, and Robbie Speed completes the top 5. So there you have it. Conclusion of tonight's racing program. So stick around for that if you can, and honor our 2 brand new track titleists here for 1998.
Well, down here in Victory Lane, ladies and gentlemen, your first 4-time winner in the 98 season for the Street Stocks. Making his way out of the car, Danny Sanchez. The Danny Sanchez Contracting B&C Machine Shop, sponsored number 63 to Hard Rock Industries car. And, well, Daniel, it's only been a little while since we talked. We've talked quite often this year, and now tonight makes it the most often in the Street Stock division. How's it feel to be the first 4-time winner?
Feels real good, I'll tell you. I said it a million times about the start of the year. Having a chance to have 4 wins, that's nice, you know. Ties me for last year, so we got one more to go. I had 5 for the goal.
Well, certainly you got a couple weeks to do it in. You told me here a couple weeks ago that you're not done yet. The way you said it was a little more emphasis, but certainly the season coming around for you. Hopefully the bad luck is all behind you. And, well, you got a couple more shots to put this thing down here in Victory Lane.
Yeah, the Racer Kings has actually been pretty good to us the past few years. Been 2 out of 3, actually. Actually, I won the 1, but they took it away. But just want to take this time to actually thank some people. Got Nick's Fish Fry, Cutia's Pizza, my cousin Dave, my father, B&C Machine. The motor ran awesome tonight. Bobby Guile hooked it right up. The crew, Chuck, Marty, Bob, everybody else that's involved. I really appreciate it.
Okay, well, once again, congratulations, Dan. Win number 4 in the 1998 season.
Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Danny Sanchez wins number 4 on the 98 season.